we just keep on moving. And as Cynthia mentioned, when I do a demo, especially daytime, I have to park my car way far because I don't want them to see my car. Because if they see that my car, they don't believe me. So that's it.
JV گفت روزای اول تا پول بنزین ماشینش
Yeah, I give
از
him water. I
معرفش
went to
میگرفت.
Romy, give him water, and Romy didn't even try the water.
He threw it away.
He threw it away.
No.
Yeah.
Hey JV,
Yay.
God bless you.
Thank you. And so what happened is that there was an event for Mr. Oshiro. It's not about Inagic. And I invited Romy because Romy, Romy is an entrepreneur since he never worked since he came here in the US. So JB, are you making money? Typical network marketing. I said, Romy, I do have, I'm making good because I don't really rebuild commission. I said, this is what I can do. I'm going to invite you here in LA for you to meet Mr. Oshiro. Everything, I'll pay everything. Really? It's free. Free accommodation, free play. I said, whoa. I didn't say a word. And then when Ruby came, we have a limo service for him. Wow. And Ruby said, wow, he must be making money, right? So he was surprised when we went to the seminar, not really seminar, awarding, because they played in Japanese Amazing Grace. And Romy, just to let you know, he's an ex-seminarian. When he heard that music, Romy started calling people. Oh yeah, it's amazing. Oh my God. He was like, who's he calling me? So that's how we met. No,
Then he called Cynthia.
And then he called Cynthia.
And then, yeah.
And he called Cynthia.
I
did a demo at her
No,
house.
not yet. In the hotel.
In the
And
hotel.
then he
Yeah.
gave me a water. Okay, they filled up the water.
You
and
give-
they filled up the water in the like bottled water and drink it. I said, yeah, I'm not gonna who. I do not know who's drinking that bottle. And then I took the water and put it in my orchids. They did not drink it.
And they grew very
And
well.
then I don't have money because the company filed bankruptcy, and then the company that I work with, I was number one there. I make money, but on the last 3 months, do you remember the IGI? JV is also there.
IGI.
We are the same, because JV in the beginning, JV is our upline. Romy is the upline, downline of JV. I'm the downline of JV also. We're cross line JV. I was a cross line with Romy, and then we went to the IGI because I'm receiving tons of money there, and then I signed up directly. Romy to me, right? And then JV is our sideline. And then here comes JV, went to Inagic, then we become, Romy becomes downline, and then I become the downline of Romy. And then honestly, ask JV, did you help me even one single demo in my personal sales?
No.
No?
But I travel with you to support you.
My downline, but not my personal.
He shared his story.
But anyway, okay.
Great
But
story.
anyways, almost there.
Yeah.
So I did a demo at Cynthia's house, and these two, what's her name?
Don't mention that one because I
Bad word?
bad word.
Anyway, and the love, right there, he said, Cynthia, are you going to join or not? Then we are going to join. He said, oh no, we're going to join. So
No, I already
They
told
were-
his wife. They did not
they were
know.
talking, he was talking with my wife, right? Because he said, I don't have the money, blah, blah,
And
Anyway,
then the wife signed him up, and then I went to the TV,
But before-
watching watching the Price is Right, and then people told me, hey, I have this. I said, no, I'm in the convention right now because I full blast my my sound system in my room. I said, what are you doing here? Oh, we have a convention here, but JV is in my basement demoing those two people, and right away in 1 week, right, they signed up like 20 sales. That's why my first two person, one is the 20 and the other one in Houston, that complete my 1A, right? The third one, I told to, I went to Hawaii. I signed up 17 people in one day. And then I sent to Hiroko, and Hiroko didn't understand me. But JB didn't see me because we don't have portal before, remember? We don't have record. So I went to, how do you call that? Come back to LA for the 3 days, bringing the 17 because I told Inaji, put this A, B, C, the 8 people for my 3A, 2A, and then the 10 is my 3A. And then Mr. Tokoda said, shut up. And JB was there. And, JB, I need help, but JB is bringing a lot of application from my downline. I don't care, JB, I want my personal sales. And then Tokoda said, Zip, don't talk. No talk. Tokoda said, and I said, why? All your 17 is 4A. I jumped from 2A to 4A.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
So because we are friends, right? Cynthia kept pushing me for 1 week. She wants to sign directly under me.
Yeah, because I tried to.
JB, and I said, Cynthia, you can sign up to Japanese, Chinese, Korean, but I don't want you to sign up under me.
That's the one
Romy
that passed.
is the person that introduced you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to destroy our
But he
friendship.
did not know that I test him because he has no money before, and I don't want, because Romy is the one, and then that's why I said,
But-
Romy, I told you, Romy.
See?
So you guys, that's the story of your three of the top.
So that's the story. So it's just persistent. Do your business honestly. Ethically. Yeah, do the business honestly. Morally,
With
ethically.
integrity.
In integrity. You can be like,
Don't you know that the person that I sign up,
Very,
borrowed money
very
from
important.
the wife? On the first payment, I said, oh, JV, making a lot of money. I'm not gonna pay her. I said, you know what? Whatever you owe, that's your, it does not mean that, oh, she makes money, you're not going to pay. And then JB thought that he did not cash me. I got the check, the return of my check. So I stamped it in my, if you come to my house, the check for 19 years is like over my head, the stamps. And then in the bottom, you can see the check that was returned to me from the money that I borrowed from the, that's the
return
bank.
check.
No, what's the bank? The bank before? And then after
Bank, not Bank
no,
of America.
it's like
The same bank, I think.
huh?
The California.
No. Remember beneficial? Okay, before like 1 week, after the beneficial, we have this program that just bring all your application forms. That's the reason why. And then you just wait.
But America something.
Okay, no cell phone at that time, only pager. And then I'm waiting, and then I read the book, and then after reading the book, Cynthia, I got my check right away. If you sell 20 cash, 20, and then when the Korean destroy it,
The Korean.
the Korean group came and destroy it. The change. It's no longer like
When
the application, you give the application, you get your commission. My God, that's the best. I filed bankruptcy because of my divorce. Guess what? That helps me a divorce. I went to the court. I said, hey, where can I pay my whatever I owe?
So everybody, what's the motto of this story?
Anybody can do it.
Perseverance.
Anybody could do it.
Perseverance, never quit,
Never
Have
quit.
compassion.
continue
Passion,
going.
yeah.
Focus on yourself. Don't focus on your upline.
Yeah.
Focus on helping enough people, like they said
meditate.
today.
Meditate and make sure you work for your faith, not for yourself.
Yep.
You become like me.
And never quit.
We do God, family, then business.
Yep.
In that order.
Never, how do you call that? Like, never procrastinate, never entice just to make money, never over promise,
And here's a big one. Never prejudge anybody
Yes.
Never
that
know.
you are talking to. If I would have prejudged I did in my own head prejudge talking to Daniel D. McCauley. You guys, who was there Saturday for our training?
Me.
Yeah? Good. Dr. Dave was it. Daniel was very successful in this industry, right? And he was in another company. He was trying to get me in that company. So when I first got started in Enagic, I'm going, oh, Daniel, in my own head, I'm going, oh, Daniel's not going to be interested in this. He's already focused on this other company. He's already starting to be successful. He's been doing that for 6 months. But even though it's in your head, don't listen to yourself.
Yes.
You have to get out of your own way and just do it.
Do it.
And keep exposing no matter what. Because if I didn't get out of my own way, I would have never brought Daniel D. McCauley in this business that created a $1 billion organization.
Amazing.
Right? Along with so many other team members like Dr. Dave here, John Swartstrom there.
We work hard.
Well, no, in the beginning, so when we first got started, and you build the team, you don't want to do it alone, right? So we had a small team, and we used to go out and expose people just like Jay. So similar to JB, he was doing 3 demos a day, right? 3 to 4.
Oh yeah.
We were doing the same thing, about 3 demonstrations a day. And we were just exposing everybody we knew. The exact thing I would say to people in the beginning is, I have something so important for your physical and financial health, we need to come show it to you.
Absolutely.
That was my line. That was my phone call to everybody I knew. And nobody told me no. Because I was they number one, I had credibility, right? And number 2, they knew I wouldn't want to show them something unless it was real. So we would literally go see everybody. Back then we had 1 DVD that showed the demonstration. And
That's your DVD.
well, that wasn't my DVD yet.
No, that's Dr.
George.
Sinyan.
That was 1 DVD.
That's
George was the first one to create the demonstration like we know it is today. And so we would actually play that while we're trying to hook up the machine in their house to show them how it worked and to make them water.
Yeah.
And we would do that about 3 times a day, whether it was a one-on-one, whether it was 2 people, whether it was 4 people. Because I would also tell them, since this is something so important for your physical and financial health, I highly recommend you invite anybody you care about. And that was exactly what we told everybody, and we just kept doing that over and over and over and over again.
That's the thing.
And we-
Over and over again.
Consistent action is the key.
The same.
If you want to go fast. So, because we all do the same thing in this business. We share the product, we share the opportunity, and we build and promote events. That's it. That's all we do. And to go fast creates a better story, right? So if you go fast, this is also your product story. If you drink the right amount of water and you quit drinking the garbage like sodas and sports drinks and all that, you create a faster story of your own body.
Story sells.
Like for me it was, I started drinking the water, I noticed more energy, sleeping better, lost 10 pounds in 4 weeks and no more swelling in my knees.
Yeah, that's your story.
I shared that story for 18 years.
Until you puke.
And then, so when you create a fast product story, it attracts more attention, right?
Over and
Also,
over.
when you create a fast income story, because we took action, right, consistent action, like JB said, we were able to go from 1A to 6A in 90 days.
Oh my God.
So that means doing $300,000 in business also, right?
Yeah.
So in 90 days because of that consistent fast action. So because of that fast action, what happens with the checks? Your checks increase drastically. What got Daniel D. McCauley's attention in my second month was
The check.
the checks. I think he said on stage, I was coming to his house and showing him all these stack of checks. You're not supposed to do that, right? But privately we can do that, right? You can't talk about money on stage or, you know, income claims or things like that, but privately. So that attracted Daniel, even though I didn't think he was interested. Because of what happened quickly, he started calling me and saying, hey, tell me a little bit about that compensation plan. I'm going, why is Daniel asking me about the compensation plan? Call me a second time. Oh, answer this question about the compensation plan. Okay. Third day, come over to the house. I need you to explain this whole compensation plan to me. I'm going, oh, Daniel's really interesting. So I didn't know what was going on with this other company, right? So that's why you have to get out of your own way. Just keep going forward. Keep exposing no matter what. And then he said, after I laid out the compensation plan, he said, if this product really does what you say it does, he goes, I'm in. Right? Because he wasn't making the money he needed to make at that other company, which I thought he was doing really well at. I mean, he was doing okay. He was making $15,000 a month, but that wasn't great to him. He needed $15,000 a month just to pay his bills. And when he saw what I made in the second month, that got his attention. Then, so I've only said this to one person in my 18-year career when he told me that if it does what you say it does, the water. I said, get me 5 of your sickest friends and family and have them at your house on Thursday. Why did I tell him that? Who knows?
Water works.
I needed him to see a fast story from the water. So did I want a bunch of fitness, healthy people that might take a while to get results? No, I wanted people that had all kinds of health problems.
Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee was one of his best friends that had all kinds of health problems. Al Dorsey had heart attack, diabetes, low energy. His aunt couldn't climb the stairs anymore because of her pain in her joints. His mom, right, had health problems. I don't remember who the 5th one was. But I went to the house, we did the demonstration. I started giving them water at the demonstration. And within less than a week, they were all noticing results. So I would do 2 demonstrations a week at his house just so I could have them come back and refill from the machine so they'd get the water fresh enough like every 3 days. Right? And we did that consistently at his house week after week or after week till 50 people were showing up at his house. Wow. And his wife said, we can't do this in the house anymore.
We went to my house.
And then I found Dr. Dave and his beach house. We started to do the same thing. We do Sunday demonstrations and barbecues.
And we've gone around all
Started
week.
with 5 people, then turned into 10, 20.
So you can
And
fit 'em.
so you find some people that you like to work with and you want to build the business with, and you
Focus
make
on
it
one
fun,
person.
right?
You gotta focus
We
on one person.
had fun. I mean, we
We
were
had fun.
We
Yeah.
felt
Did
like
did you notice that what we did before? You know, like we create friendship. The online. Yes.
They don't create friendships, that's the problem.
we had
Yeah,
relationships.
is your friend.
Well, what does Mr. Oshiro teach? Human-based marketing, right? You meet, whether it's your friend or if you meet someone, you're now turning an associate, someone you just meet, into a business partner and into a friend. And that's lacking, I guess, in a lot of the online, how they're building their business. So that's why they have a lot of people left by the wayside on the side of the road. So that's one thing that needs to be changed. I believe no matter how you meet someone, whether it's face to face or whether it's online, you still need to build the relationship with them and make a friend and
Face to face is better.
Mr. Rumi.
Human-based marketing.
Nice.
And then Anna I'd known from another company, from Herbalife. Everybody knows Herbalife, right? Yeah, I know. It's a global company, and that's how we met. And I started sharing the water with her and the business. And next thing you know, she was getting results and taking me to Mexico and going all over Mexico.
Thank you.
Hey guys,
Thank you.
it's because of Anna Gallivan that everybody from Mexico is in this room right here.
We are from Persia. Hey, Rumi, we are from Persia. Persia.
You know, at that time, I really appreciate